David following him to the front of the pack.
And one indication for Tony Membrino, he has made passes on both the inside and the outside. Let's see what he can do against Joseph Graff, who is currently right in front of him in the number 3 position.
Here comes David Arute. He slid right off the back bumper of Membrino to move to the inside. Fought twice of it. Membrino, little slippery off turn number 2. And now Arute settles back in. Here comes Daniel Wesson. We haven't talked about him. He's in a dogfight battle with Caruso at the bottom of the top 10.
But one of the unheralded drivers is Keith Caruso, as he is up in the upper tier of the field again. Big lead. Vinny Ingles looking for his first ever SK Light win. Here comes Membrino making a blockbuster move against Joseph Graff. They are just about even coming off of the corner, and Graff is able to hold them off. David Arute goes to the outside to follow the 2.
He certainly does. Arute now with a different line. He's outside of Membrino. Meanwhile, Goff holds on as they continue to battle. Right there, here comes Membrino again. Here comes Arute. Membrino takes Arute way up to the top side of the racetrack, and it is Farino who squeaks on by.
Boy, Arute almost wound up in Autograph Alley as Membrino taking Graff to the outside as he is making a pretty good move. Remember, Joey Farino, he is deadlocked with Membrino for the championship, and right now he has a 2-car length advantage over the 44.
And while that is happening, David Arute is not happy. He's starting to turn up his potential and muscle. Membrino, bonsai move to the inside of Wesson. They work their magic off the turn. Ironically, Membrino's car at that time seemed to work on the bottom. A few laps ago, it didn't work there at all.
And that time it wiggled as it almost got underneath Wesson. So a little caffeine twitch for the 44. And here comes David Arute alongside. So Membrino is about to be visited by David Arute again on the outside groove.
David Arute continues to apply the pressure, trying to gain some momentum on Membrino. Back up front, leader is still Vinny Ingles. Look at David Arute.
He went down low that time and tried to claw his way underneath Tony Membrino. It didn't pay off. What a lead for Vinny Ingles as he is leading by a bone crater over the rest of the field. And he is getting stronger. Wizzy Alco is going to have to fight off Joseph Graff for the number 2 position.
It certainly is. And then all of a sudden, it appears that Joe Graff is starting to also try to close up that gap ever so slightly on the Wizzy Alco machine. Back off the turn, Daniel Wesson continues to work over Joey Farino.
So we really have 2 battles developing. One for the lead, that's owned by Vinny Ingles. And then we have the big picture, the battle for the championship. And right now, Farino is on the verge of being bypassed by Daniel Wesson. And the lap car of the 77 of Burke might have messed up his plans.
It could have been. Oh, Wesson loses it by himself in the center of the turn, gathers it back, comes back onto the racetrack, and we've got Alcus, who ends up a victim of circumstances.
Now, before the yellow came out, it was almost an insurmountable lead for Vinny Ingles. But right now, things are tightened up. Al Wizzy Alco, a rookie, the last 3 weeks have not been kind to Big Al, as he has had a lot of headaches. But tonight, he has stayed out of trouble. The second row looks good with the 2 of Graff and the 87 of Joey Farino. And 1 spot behind Farino is Tony Membrino. So they will break the tie tonight for the point lead. Things are tight. Things are quickening up. And here is Wizzy Alco on the outside making a bid for the lead. Great move by Farino to move to the inside row.
Just as impressive was David Arute. He went from the high line to the inside as Graff's machine got a little bit slow on the restart. Daniel Wesson, his temper is up and he's flying back to the front of the field. Off the turn, he's a little bit loose, gathers it back, and he follows Prucker to the front of the field. Membrino, not as strong as he was before. Wizzy Alco and David Arute are battling for the third and the fourth spot.
Norm Sear was able to get by Membrino, so Norm Sear is now into the 8th position as they whirlwind their way into turn number 1. It is still Vinny Anglaise, so turning up the heat is Joey Farino, but right now he cannot get close enough to Anglaise to make anything happen.
Membrino is dropping to the rear of the field. Must be a mechanical woe there. It could cost him the title. 19 laps are in of 25 circuits. Vinny Anglaise has been the dominant car at the point. Joey Farino moves into the point run if he can finish there or better. And then it is Wisialko in the third spot. And right behind him is David Arute. Following David Arute, Joe Graff and Daniel Wesson with a good comeback. We've got a spin. Looks to be the 77 maybe. And in his first outing, Mark Burke.
Turning 20 tomorrow will be Wesley Prucker. So that is a pretty popular number. 20 years old as Joey. Hope you're having a great time at the track.
Well, the story of this one is definitely been Vinny Anglaise, who's been pretty much dominant at the front of the field. But the big question is Joey Farino, who's hungry for the title and the points, knows that Membrino has dropped to the rear of the field. How far back on Membrino? 14th position. So every position means 2 points, Matt. So you can see the span. This is a costly night for Tony Membrino.
And last year, Joey Farino was accused of points racing. This year, he said he is going for wins. It all starts now against Vinny Anglaise, as here comes Farino, like he was fired from a harpoon gun.
Just as strong. On the top side is David Arute. Wisialko is there. Now Daniel Wesson is back up front. Then there's the number 2 machine. A little shot to the
back bumper of the Wisialko car.
And
going high is Prucker.
Prucker way up in the marbles, gathers it back. Wisialko in a door-to-door battle for the third spot. Here comes Graff again. Here comes Daniel Wesson. Wesson gets his second wind. Popsicle sticks are up, 2 to go.
And this could be the big moment for Joey Farino as he has opened up a slender lead over Vinny Anglaise. The best run ever for the 95 of Anglaise. And a question mark is hanging over third. Who will be on the podium? Which white car? Al Wisialko or David Arute?
They run tight off turn number 4. White flag is out. It's time to show your cards now in this high-stake game of SK Light Racing. Joey Farino leads him down the back straightaway. David Arute going way out wide to get some momentum. Moves it to the bottom. Here comes Vinny Anglaise. Joey Farino will take down the win. Anglaise to finish in second. Albert Wisialko to finish in third. David Arute for fourth.
Heading into next week's competition. Boy, it's amazing how quickly things can turn around. 1 minute, it was Farino and Membrino running neck and neck.
There he is, Matt, out of the automobile. Let's go down to John Gates, the gunner, and tonight's big winner in the SK Lights, Joey Farino.
SK Light Modified winner Joey Farino getting a big hug, and what a great night here on the Extra Mart Extra D. Joey, man, congratulations. Car was looking great tonight, man, and I tell you what, that was a lot of hard driving you did to get to the front.
Yeah, I mean, it was rough out there. Great race, though. You know, I got to thank everybody for putting on a good show. My crew chief right here, Paul French, never gave up on this car. Had a phenomenal setup on it. You know, I just got to thank everybody that helped me out. Gino, RH2 Radios, I wouldn't even be racing this year if it wasn't for him. I got to thank Kurt D'Addario's Auto Service, Dave Stevens from Stevens Ductwork. I got Pinto Manufacturing, M&S Products. Got to thank Donnie from Rad, Dan Petrovsky. Got some extra help from the Gunslinger this week, one of my favorite race car drivers all time. Jeff Pearl for this transmission that is unbeatable on restarts. All my guys, you know, Big Frank, Dean, Debbie, Cop John, Greg, everyone that helps out. You got to thank my dad for cooking us dinner, keeping the Crew well fed, 811 for putting on the awesome program with the call before you dig. Mayberry, Dunleavy's, all the contingencies that help out. I mean, this is an expensive sport. Roots for an awesome facility, all the fans for coming out and supporting. Back up front.
There it is, Joey Farino. He'll get some extra D too from Extra Mart. He'll pick up your win in that 25-watt SK Light Modified main event. Let's take a look at our second place finisher, Vinny Anglace. Looks like he's getting a drink over by the car. Vinny, the 95 car was running good today. You had him covered up until that last restart. I know you didn't want to see any caution flags there because you was absolutely running away from the field.
Yeah, it sucks. Every time I come here, cautions change. What's going to happen? We go to Thompson. We're running good. Cautions come out at the end. We get screwed up there. It sucks. I hate second. I didn't come here to finish second after running like we've been running. I'm not happy at all.
Well, Vinny, the 95 car looks good, man. How about some sponsors?
It's my girlfriend pays for everything. I do everything. We make everything in-house. Glenn Griswold does the setup with us. We got Waddell gives us the communications and stuff, but that's about it.
There he is, folks. Class act right there. Vinny Anglace. Good run. Third place. Let's talk to our... make that second place. Let's talk to our third place finisher, Al Wilsialco. I'm sorry, this is the first interview for me, Al, and congratulations. A hard-fought third place.
Thank you. Yes, definitely was hard fought. Car was a little tight. I got to credit Jimmy Fuller for everything he does and setting up the car. He gave me a nice talk before the race, and I hope he gives me that talk every week. And sooner or later, we'll be back in we'll be in victory lane.
Oh, no doubt about it. I tell you what, you really put on a show for the folks tonight, trying to hold on to a podium run. And congratulations. How about some sponsors on that 28 car?
Thanks. Yeah, I got to thank Shovel Shop Spirits. They're here tonight. To Easton, Mass. Ship Consulting, they're also here. Adam and John. Kurt Snow for coming down. He used to run the Legend cars here. McEwen Electric. Cadillac of Norwood, everyone that helps out and gets the car ready week to week.
Al Wilsialco, number 28. He'll go third place tonight in our SK Light main event. Congratulations, Al.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to open...